Hello traders, welcome back to Simply Forex. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a great trading week. Today, guys, we're going to talk about strategy. Okay, so yeah, more strategies for you to use in the market. Before we do, let me remind you of three Trez things that we're doing at the moment, guys. So we've got the Discord channel. Come and join that. You've got loads of traders on there sharing great ideas about trades, sharing their knowledge. So come join us. You won't be disappointed. Secondly, don't forget the live stream, guys. We do this at 6:30 a.m. London GMT. And thirdly, guys, we've got the mentorship program. If you would like to be mentored one-on-one by myself, then drop us an email. All the information about all of these things are in the video description. All right, my editor will be happy. No more beatings. So, guys, you will see this morning I am not alone. I am with Kusonoki, aka Kev. He's already shown you one strategy that you all loved. And he's here today to talk about another strategy, another scalping strategy that he would like to show us. Okay, so how are you, Kev?
I'm good. Thanks for asking, and thanks for having me back on.
No problem. And yeah, if you give us just a little outline of the strategy you're going to show us today, and then we can go into more detail.
Yeah, sure. So this strategy is on the 5-minute time frame. We're going to use 4 indicators. I know a lot of people don't like indicators, but I use it for confluence to make sure I'm heading in the right direction, I guess. So 5-minute time frame, we're looking for divergences in price in a nutshell, where price is going higher or lower and the indicators doing the opposite over 2 points on the charts. So I'll show you some examples. And actually, what I will also do is just replay Friday, which was yesterday, and show you where I saw some opportunities, where I didn't take some, and hopefully you enjoy it.
Yeah. All right, Kev. Sounds like a plan. So the floor is yours, Kev. Yeah. Talk us through the strategy. Yeah, and I'll catch up with you at the end. All right. So yeah, take it away, Kev.
Okay. So for those of you who didn't see my last video, what we want to do is add the indicators. So I'm going to do it from scratch so you know how to do it. So you click on EMA, you type in EMA and you click on EMA twice. If you click this little star, it will add this indicator to your favorites. Come out of there. And on the first tab, we're going to change the style to green, the thicker line, and inputs 200. Okay. Second one, you're going to click on length to 50, and we're going to change this to red with a thicker line again. Brilliant. Right. In the last video, if we are in an uptrend with the 2 lines, with the green EMA at the bottom and price is above, you're looking for buys, and vice versa. If we're in a downstream, you're looking for sells. Now, what's important is you're looking for buys when the EMA is like that. And of course, you're looking for sells when the EMA is basically doing something like that. A nice downward action, right? What you're not looking for is buys or sells when it's like that. That's when you need to use your price action knowledge. But this strategy that I'm going to show you is actually going to help you. So that's the first 2 indicators that you need. The third one is the same one we used last time, which is the VuManchu, Cipher B. Now I use Market Cipher, which is a paid indicator, but this is a free version. It's just as good. I think the Market Cipher is better, but this is just as good. And I'm going to show you how to use this as well. Okay, so I'm just going to get this out of the way. And again, you go down to settings. So you're using Market Cipher B divergences, and all you're going to do is click on inputs, and we're going to get rid of all of these. Okay. We're going to get rid of that. Now, what I'm going to leave on here is, actually, I'm going to take this off because this shows you the divergences. So if you go, it shows the divergences, but I don't think it does it in a way that's useful. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of those as well. But I just wanted to show you, you can leave them on and back test and see if it works for you. But I like to spot them myself. So I'm taking all these off. So literally all you're left with is 2 ticks. One is the wave and 2 show money flow indicator. And that's it, right? And the third indicator that you're going to, sorry, the fourth indicator, it's going to be FVG by nephew Sam. And again, click here to add it to your favorites. And the only thing you're changing here is the color. You're going to make it a bit thicker. So I'd say make it to about 40, 45. I was going to say 46, 45 is fine. And the red, sorry, I missed that. And then the red you want to do to about 45 as well. And what that does, it gives you a clearer idea as to what's going on, where the FVG is. Now, I'm not going to get into what an FVG is, but simply put, a FVG is a fair value gap, and it is where price has, if you can see here, it's where price has moved down in between. So this is the first week candle, price has moved down, and the third candle keeps going down. Now, what generally happens when this takes place is price usually comes back up to fill this inefficiency in the market. So this is where prices move down quite quickly, and generally price will come back up to fill it. As you can see here, price moved down on this candle and then it came back up to fill this candle. Please YouTube it. I'm not going to get into it too much. It's just confluence in terms of what I look for. Okay, so what's a divergence? This is the strategy. We're looking for a divergence in price, which I'm going to show you now. We're looking for support and resistance, which I'll also show you, and the time frame will be on the 5-minute time frame. All right, so let's get into what a divergence looks like. So the first one I've got written down here, it's on the 15th November. Remember, we're looking at the 5-minute chart. Okay, so in the 5-minute chart, on the 15th, we're looking for a divergence. Okay, I hope you can see that. But I'm just going to zoom out a bit more. And I'm going to get rid of this, put it up here somewhere. Okay, so what a divergence is when price does the opposite to what the indicator is doing. So, as you can see, price is low, price is high. Where the price is here, directly below it, the indicator is high, fine, no problems there at all. However, as price pushed up, the indicator is saying that there's a divergence happening, and therefore price should drop, which it does. Okay, so just to recap, you're looking for where price is different, so lower to higher, but the indicator is doing the complete opposite. And this is a bearish divergence. Now, there's hidden bearish divergences and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to complicate it. Just keep it nice and simple. So as you can see, price is here, price pushes up. However, the indicator does the complete opposite. And that's where you would enter a sell on the red dot and off you go. Okay, so let's find another one. So I've written it down. So on the 18th. So we'll go here and we'll look at the 18th. What time is that? Of course, I didn't put the time. So no one trades at this time, right? So this is say 5:45. Okay, nice. Here we go again. So what do we see? Price is lower at this point, but guess what? It's higher. So these are an indication that price is likely to drop. Now, is it 100%? No, nothing is. No strategy is, but you need to use strategies that work for you. And what I can say is that this particular strategy that I use, I look for 3 or 4 different bits of confluence before I take this trade. So for example, price pushed up here. We know we're in a bit of a downtrend. Price then moves back up. You're not looking for buys because we know we're in a downtrend. Price pushes back up. The indicator does the opposite. As this wave is higher than this wave, you have a divergence and then you would sell. And what would you be looking for if you were to sell? On that red dot, as you can see there, I normally do 15 pips to 15. And as you can see, you would have made some nice profit there. So just to show you again, sorry, this is always in the way. Price is higher, price is lower, indicators lower, indicators higher, divergence, you enter, and however you want to do that. And this is a good scalping strategy on the 5 minute. Now, you can do this on the 15 minute, the 30 minute. It's the same thing. It's more powerful on those higher time frames, but I'm a scalper. It suits my personality. And yeah, I can't do it any other way. All right. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to show you a bullish divergence. So let's go. Cool. So 20 seconds. What time? 12. Actually put the time in. Right, here we go. 20 seconds. Oh, this is beautiful, this one. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in. And as you can see, price made a low. So that's higher than this, no problem. But the indicator did the opposite. Now, it looks a bit like, oh, I'm not sure if it did that. So I'm going to just zoom out and double click it, okay? Now look, this is clearly higher than that. Just about. Now, ideally, what I would want here is a lower wave here, right? And that tells me that it's a definite divergence. This is a divergence. So what you would do, I'll zoom in because one of you guys messaged me to say, I couldn't see it in the last video. So you would enter a buy. Again, look at it, the EMAs. It's going sideways. So we know we're just trending. So it's safe to say you could enter a buy here. So on the green, which would be probably, let's just give or take around here, right? Because everyone's a broker charges X amount of pips. Now I'm not going to go past that. Let's just say that's 15 pips as a stop loss, and I would definitely do 15 up here. And as Tom says, 1:1. You take your 80% when you've hit target, and you let 20% run to maybe these highs up here. You look to the left and you see where there's an opportunity. All right, nice and easy. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, but in the last video you said 10 pips. Well, I was speaking to John, who's Ride the Wave in our Discord. And if you're not in our Discord, you need to join us, guys. It's a really cool Discord group. It's the only place where I'm really active. I don't really participate in other groups. So if you have any questions, you need to join us there. And John was saying to me, right away, was saying, look, what about slippage and different things like that? If you're only doing 10 pips, some people work off percentages in terms of risk to reward. I get that, but listen, I'm a simple guy, 10 pips. But what John was saying made sense about slippage. And I thought, actually it made me think about increasing my stop loss in terms of risk to 15 pips. 1:1, 15 pips take profit. However, I lowered my lot size, so it's the same risk. It's just if there's any pullbacks in the market, 10 pips is quite small, and I might have been stopped out. I back tested it and actually it worked pretty well. Okay, so one more bullish divergence. I'm going to show you the 23rd, and then we'll get into the strategy. Don't worry. I just wanted to show you what this looks like. This, guys, this is money. I'm telling you now, if you have your different confluences lined up and you're confident in a trade like this, I took this trade and let me tell you, this was printing. This is the best type of divergence. It's so clear. So as you can see, price is low, price drops lower, nice. The wave is low, but the wave is higher. Complete opposites. Complete opposites. Now, there's different things I would look for, but this for me is the money printer. I'm telling you now, you're gonna love. When you start seeing these everywhere, again, you use different confluences to make sure. But if you look here, I'm gonna zoom in. Lower, higher, lower, right? Compared to what's going on here. Complete opposite. Now I'm going to zoom out just to show you what it looks like. And as you can see, it looks pretty darn good. There we go. All right. And that's a bullish divergence, right? So I want you to start looking for these using different techniques in the sense of how you would sort of use this as confluence in your trading style. Now, you can use this on the 30-minute, on the 15-minute, whatever you want, and you'll start seeing them everywhere. But I use it on the 5-minute. I'm a scalper. It suits me. I cannot stay in a trade for longer than that. Okay, so now we know what a divergence is. And again, I want you to do two things. One, I want you to look at what an FVG is, a fair value gap, and why that's important. Generally, a fair value gap is pretty powerful when it's on the 15-minute. So as you can see here on the 15-minute, right? And then if it prints the same FVG on the 5-minute, you know more than likely price is going to come back up to test it, which it did here. And the way I would quickly do that is I would get my zone. So here's my 15-minute. Because the FVG won't necessarily print on different time frames, but the 15-minute is pretty cool. So here's a zone I'll be looking for. And then I'll go to the 5-minute and see if that zone is also printing an FVG, and it does. And as you can see, price came back up and tested the FVG. Okay, now check it yourself. That's the first thing. And the other thing I want you to check is also the other thing I want you to check is also what a divergence is. Now you can use, if you don't want to use the VuManchu, you can use the RSI, which is pretty cool. And the RSI does the same thing. Again, use it with confluence of other indicators or other things that you do. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through Friday and what exactly I did on Friday. Okay. So I start the day around about here. So what do I do first? Just to go through it again. So in the morning, I would wake up. Hopefully that's a good start, waking up. I would grab a coffee. Actually, I do some meditation and things like that. Some, different sort of routines in the morning, and then I'll grab a coffee, check Tom's video. As you can see on the right hand side, all the pairs that Tom is looking at, I monitor those as well. But I generally trade the EU, the euro dollar, the US dollar yen, and the euro yen as well, because I don't always want to be in the in a dollar trade. Those are the three I look at. And I also monitor the Dixie, which is the strength of the dollar here. Okay, now, so I start my day. I'm on the screens. I also make sure I'm calm. I'm in a good state of mind, because when you're a scalper, the best time I found to trade is between 7 a.m. UK time till about 11:30 a.m. again UK time, and then from 1:30 p.m. UK time till about 5 p.m. Those are the times I trade, and in between that, whilst I'm waiting for setups to take place, I'm in the Discord. I'm maybe watching the World Cup. I don't know if any of you are watching that, or I'm watching a movie, or I'm researching something. Okay. So anyway, so the first thing I would do is these lines here is another indicator that just tells me the Asian session high and low. And why that's important for me is because generally price takes out the Asian session high or low, right? So all I'm interested in is those two things for now. So I'll map out, I get my gray zone, and something I learned from Tom actually is the gray zones, right? So I'll map out the Asian high. I'm going to make this a little darker so you can see it. Maybe I can do white. There we go, that's better, right? And I map out the Asian low. And I don't need to try and figure out what, my thing is making life easy, right? So this indicator, I'll give you the name of it. It tells me where the Asian sessions are. I don't need to go and look for it. I'm a bit lazy. Actually, I'm not lazy. I just like things being done for me, right? Which is lazy. Okay, cool. So my Asian session high and low has been mapped out, as you can see. Okay, cool. Some of you like clean charts. I get that. But as a scalper, you need some information on there. The other thing I'm interested in now would be, I'm going to just zoom in here so you can see it. On the 1 hour, I'm looking for other areas. So the Asian session has some support. I'm looking for other areas of interest. So I can see here, we wicked down here 1, 2, 3 times. So I'm going to map that out as well as an area of interest for me. And maybe down here as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think this would be interesting. I'm not saying price is getting down here. All I'm saying is I'm interested in these areas. All right. The other thing I look for would be on the daily, just to check where can price go? Well, I know there's a massive FVG below. Remember, the higher the time frame for the FVG, the better, more likely it is to fill. It doesn't always happen, but it's likely. It's a good probability. I can see that FVG is there, but that's been filled. There's a good FVG down here. But I'm also interested in these highs. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. I'm also interested in these highs. Why wasn't those highs taken? So perhaps price can go up and take these highs from a few days ago. Perhaps it won't. But if I had to say based on probability, I would say price is more likely to come down. Of course, it's in hindsight, and it's easy when you do things in hindsight. Okay, right, cool. So that's my daily. So my bias is short. I've got my 1 hour mapped out, as you can see, my zones, and now I'm waiting. So I'm going to play the day back on the 5 minute, and let's see what we get. Okay. Okay. I just realized that I didn't map out this, which is the Asian high from that night, from previous night. Okay, cool. So I've got my Asian high. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I've mapped out my Asian high, which is up here, which took place at 4 o'clock in the morning, and my Asian low, which took place at, what time is that? Midnight. So I could tell that's the low of the night and the high of the night. And I've just woken up and I'm looking at Tom's video and I'm getting ready to start trading. By the way, if you wanted to find out what that Asian trading range is as an indicator, it's ASFX, EMAs, but all you want is the, actually I'll show you that at the end. All you're really interested in there is the area of highs and lows. Okay, right. So we're going to play it back. So at this point, waiting, nothing's happening, not seeing anything. This is the 5 minute time frame. The bands are telling me, the EMAs are saying nothing's really happening. And we're going sideways, we're choppy. Okay, I'm going to pause it here. At this point, I'm thinking, this is interesting. We tried to take the Asian highs, but nothing happened. So I'm waiting. I'm not seeing any divergences here. This is high, this is high, this is low, nothing here. However, I'm seeing possible divergence here, but still this is higher. So if we go again. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in here because now I'm interested. And I'll tell you why I'm interested. As you can see on the 5 minute chart, we wicked in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times into the Asian high, into that point of interest, which is really, you know, however, So that's interesting. However, when I look at my indicator, and I'm zooming in like this because you guys told me you couldn't see some of the videos last time, I would now draw a trend line. So as you can see, we're clearly going downwards, but guess what? Price is clearly going upwards. So this is a divergence, and I'm interested in shorting this, right? Now, I didn't take this trade, and the reason why, I didn't like the way I like these smooth waves, right? So I would want 1, 1, 1, not 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So I wasn't interested. But what I would then do is go to the hourly, and I can see on the hourly that this is a real bearish candle, right? The 30-minute choppy, you know, we're not going up, we're not going down, right? That's a bearish candle as well. I would like it to break these lows, but that's okay. 15-minute choppy, nothing really much happening. So I go back to my 5-minute. Now, let's just say we will play this out one more bar. And the reason why we play that one more bar, because you want to confirm, I'm going to leave it like that. You want to enter your trade after the red dot's confirmed. So you get your red dot confirmed. The next bar is where you would enter your short. So we know there's a divergence because price is going up, but our indicators are going down. Divergence. We look for our short. You would probably enter. I didn't take this trade. Like I said, I didn't like the way it was forming, but let's just say you did. You would enter, that's the red dot. So you would enter on this bar, and you would probably, I would risk 15 for 15. Now, the reason why this would have been a good trade, I'm so silly, I should have taken this, is because it failed to take the Asian high. So 15 takes me up here somewhere, right? And where does 15 take me down? It takes me down to Asian lows, which makes sense in hindsight. Okay, so as you can see, those are the Asian lows. And I'm saying the 1 hourly is bearish. The 30 minutes choppy, but bearish. 15 minutes choppy, looking bearish, very bearish. I wanted it to break these lows before I entered, but that's okay, no problem at all. And we've not been able to take the highs of Asia. No problem. So let's play it if we entered, which I didn't. So you're in, that's 5, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. You're out the trade in 25 minutes. And that's it. That's all you're looking for. Now, I know you can't see that properly, but you are looking for a divergence and other confluences. One confluence was, didn't take Asia high. The second one was our hourly candle was bearish. The third one was divergence on the 5 minutes. That's 3. I'm more than happy to take a trade with that 3. The only reason I didn't take it, like I said, is I didn't like the formation of these waves. Okay, so I'm going to delete that and let's move on now. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to play it. So price is going down, and at this point, what am I doing? I'm on Discord. I'm having a chat. Okay, so you see this here? No divergence, so low, low, lower, lower. No divergence, so nothing there for us to take. This was actually some China news that made it spike back up like that, right? So again, let's stop here. Was there divergence here? No, there wasn't. Price is high, wave is high. If I draw this out, wave is lower here than it is there. But price is lower there than it is there, so that's no divergence, okay? And at the moment, my EMAs are telling me price is just choppy, it's just going sideways. Now for scalpers, I know a lot of scalpers, but I don't know any scalpers in the Simply Forex website. Scalpers love these kind of moves. There's so many different techniques to use, and as you can see, there's FVGs forming all over the place. You need to figure out what that is. I'm not telling you. Right, okay. I'm starting to get interested. Why am I getting interested? Well, an hourly support that has bounced, where price has bounced from many times, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, but let's just say 4 times, has now bounced into here. So now I'm thinking, let's see how we react here. Okay, back on the 5-minute. At this point, I'm looking to see what the 30-minute looks like. That's really bearish, so I'll leave that alone for now. And I'm waiting for a bit of a formation to form. How's my indicator looking? Well, no divergence yet. We have a low, we have a low. Let's go again. And this is a trade I took, by the way. So I can see prices bounced into this area 1, 2, 3, 4 times and rejected. So that's good to me, but I'm not seeing a divergence. As you can see, lower, 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 lower. So let's keep going. That's 5, 6, 7 times now we bounced into that area. Didn't clear it, still in the zone. Pause. Okay, I'm pausing here because I now have a formation that's taken place. And I'm going to draw it out for you. So look, I've got price. Nice, okay. An indicator. Sorry, this is in the way. Doing the same thing, or very similar, shall I say. So price is low, like it is. Lower, like it is. But this has gone higher. So what do we have here? We have a divergence. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to zoom in on it. And I'll tell you why I took this trade. Okay, so let's zoom in. Let's zoom out. So what we have here is a higher price, a lower price. Fine. What do we have here? We have divergence. Oh, sorry guys. What am I doing? Right, we have divergence, don't we? We have price, the wave is lower and the wave is higher, but the price has done the opposite. So that's the first thing I'm looking for. The second thing I'm looking for is, like I said to you on the hourly, what do we have? Well, we have support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bits of support we're now into. Okay, the 30-minute, that looks good to me. That's a really bullish candle. It's filled this FEG. It's it's taken over, it's engulfed 3 candles. And on the 15-minute, this candle here is interesting. You know, price pushed up, buyers pushed it up, and then this candle has engulfed 1, 2, 3, 4, nearly 5 candles. So this is why I took the trade. Okay. Brilliant. So after we've had the green confirmation, which is here, I entered along. I entered money. I can't even talk properly. Okay, so I entered, and let's say I think it was 8.2. Call it 8.4, but it was 8.2, and 15 pips was my target. And then I'll show you my stop loss below this area here, 15 pips. Okay. And I'll be honest with you, some of us, I'm not sure about you guys, but I know some people, when we're entering a trade, you forget how much you're risking and all that's important, and that's up to you with risk management. But what's important is understanding to walk away and let the trade play out, especially as a scalper, because you can see price doing some crazy things. But as long as you have your stop loss, as long as you are confident, and I've shown you why I'm confident in this trade, then you would let the trade run. Okay. The other thing what I was looking for was this small FEG gap up here. I was hoping that we hit into that. But anyway, let's see how this trade played out. Lovely. So at this point, I took 80%, and I let 20% run to this gray zone. which I can't remember if it did. I think it did. So I'm now in a successful trade, happy. And there was my last 20% closed off. And the reason why I took that 20% because I don't know if price is going to go above that. Okay. So just to recap, you have price low, price even lower, indicator low, indicator higher, divergence. I have support on the 1 hour, which I showed you. I have a number of bounces in this zone, which you can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I'm happy with that. And I also looked at the engulfing candle on a 30-minute and 15-minute. So we're good to go. All right. Okay, cool. Let's play this out one more time. The other thing I want to say with these kind of patterns, you generally get it once a day. You might get it twice if you're lucky. Okay. You might get it twice if you're lucky, but generally you get it once a day. But make sure you're using different bits of confluence to help you. But guys, honestly, this is the easiest thing for me to trade, especially as a scalper. You can look at all of the things that you want, but this is easy. But you need to back test. You need to make sure it suits you, and you use different techniques that would help. But honestly, this is money, man. This is good money to make from something like this. Okay, now check this out, right? As you're watching this video, I'm hoping you're seeing what I'm seeing here. So we have a divergence, don't we? Here we go. Price higher. Indicator doing the opposite. So I'm going to zoom out so you can see better. You can see prices clearly down. We've just printed a red dot, but let's make sure it confirms. Okay, confirmation, right? Price is up, price is down, indicators down, indicators up, divergence. Now, would I have taken this trade? No. Why? The hourly is not bearish enough for me. Okay, the 30-minute, I would have wanted to engulf that, didn't. The 15-minute, nowhere near enough. There is an FEG down here which we can fill, and an FEG down there which we can fill. But the higher timeframes tell me that it's not bearish enough. But let's just say we entered this trade as a sell. We would probably have entered, so that's the red dot. We would probably have entered here. There's our 15 pips. 15.4, look, it's 15, right? And we're entering 15 pips here. Remember, as a scalper, you take what you can get as long as you're happy with the setup. The other thing, remember, one of the rules, you don't trade after 5, okay? So we're approaching 5 o'clock. What happens? Let's see. Price is chopping around. We wouldn't have taken a trade. That's not a divergence. Price is low, price is higher, price is higher, price is high. It's no divergence. Off we go. Okay, so again, I've told you why I wouldn't have taken it. And it's now 5 o'clock, right? So just to recap, that's how my day ended. All you're looking for in these markets are on the 5-minute, you're looking for price to do the opposite of what the indicator's doing, right? So as you can see, price is low, price is high, opposite. As you can see here, again, price is low, price is lower, opposite. Look for confluence in your 1 hour, look for confluence in your 15 minutes, and into your trade. Have your zones mapped out like Thomas showed you. And as a scalper, I take no more than 2 trades a day, and that's it. All right. So look, I hope you found it useful. Like I said, you'll find me in the Simply Forex Discord. Myself and Ryder Wave are in there to help. He's a longer trader than me in terms of intraday trading and swing trading and things like that. And I do scalping. There isn't many scalpers, so please, if there are any scalpers, please join us. It'd be nice to add to the community of one. I'm only joking. And that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I hope it made sense. And yeah, see you soon.
So guys, another great strategy from Kev, aka Kusonoki. Much appreciated, Kev. If you've enjoyed that, guys, then please subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, and also smash the like button, guys. It really helps support the channel, and we can have great guests again like Kev. Yeah, so brilliant, Kev. Thank you for sharing that, mate. Really enjoyed that scalping strategy. Just one quick question with regards to trend. So you were using the moving averages to give you your trend.
Yeah.
Do you look at price structure in terms of higher highs, higher lows on any of the time frames to coincide with that, or is it purely moving averages?
Yeah, and that's a good question. So before, I would only look at how bullish a candle is, and certainly coupled with the moving averages. But and I'm not just saying this because I'm on your channel, but when you started you introduced the gray zones to me on the 1 hour, and I started really mapping them out. And so if on a lower time frame my moving averages are bullish, I'm constantly flicking back to the 15, 30 and 1 hour just to make sure we're looking good in a bullish direction. And I'm looking for an entry on the 2 or 5 minute. The 5 minutes a bit more powerful than the 2. And like I said to you, if we're trending upwards for the whole day, I then get down to the 2 minute and I'm looking for an entry 10 pips and I'm out. However, if it's choppy, the moving averages don't give me a direction because they're just flat. I am looking at price action. The 30, the 15 are really key for me in terms of where we're going. The gray zones are fantastic. You map it out. And I look at the FVGs as well. The FVGs generally work on the higher time frames. And again, like I said, please, you guys need to YouTube it. I can't bother to explain it. It's a bit complex, but it's important. Yeah, it's important you have a look at price action and higher highs and higher lows.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, Kev. Well, yeah, thank you very much. If you want to find Kev on Discord, you can also do that as well, guys. So he's a regular on Discord. He shares his trade ideas and also some of his knowledge. So, yeah, come join the Discord channel and you can speak to traders like Kev and myself, amongst many other traders as well, guys. Thank you very much, Kev. Always a pleasure.
No, good. Thanks for having me. Enjoyed it. And if there's any questions, again, I've had a few private messages. That's fine. I'm happy to help. But I'm in no other real active Discords apart from Simply Forex. So just join us and come and join our budding community of traders.
Yeah. Boom. Thank you very much, Kev. All right. And yeah, thanks once again, Kev. And we'll see you again next time.
See you soon. Thanks again.
Kev. Bye.